Well, when you have to look at the Formula One Grand Prix that has taken place in Spain, it's been a very action packed Formula One Grand Prix because we have seen Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris dominate the front row. It's a 1-2 for McLaren yet again, and we have seen Charles Leclerc come into the podium. So basically, you think it was that straightforward, right? But towards the fag end, when you have to look at the 9-10 laps that were remaining, there was a huge problem. Kimi Antonelli's car had actually stalled, and that is why he suffered a failure and he had to go out the race. And then the safety car period came in. Now, the safety car was employed for close to 5 to 6 laps, and then you started racing all over again. But then Max Verstappen had a problem. Max Verstappen's tires ensured that yes, he could not get the pace that was going immediately because he was on the hard tires. He had to go for that option as well. So that is why, with the hard tires, Max Verstappen was struggling. Charles Leclerc passed him. And then there was an epic tussle that was there between him and George Russell. And because of that, George Russell and Max Verstappen had a collision. Now, in the ensuing collision that happened just about 2 laps before the race end, the stewards got into the enquiry. And now we are getting the latest update that is there that Max Verstappen has been handed a 10-second penalty, and because of that, he has been demoted to 10th position. So he still gets 1 point. Max Verstappen, despite the collision that he caused to George Russell, he had damaged George Russell. The move itself, if you looked at the replays at that stage, you felt that Max Verstappen was really desperate. He had a major error in judgment, and because of that, Max Verstappen has been 10 seconds. And that is why this is not good news for the four-time world champion at this point. So it is a big blow for Verstappen's chances. But yet again, as I had mentioned, this season is looking orange because Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have continued to demonstrate that in each and every race, the McLarens have a great time indeed. And today, whatever it was, from the position that they started in, it was pole. And then from that point, it did not change one bit. Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, they were there until that very fag end. Lewis Hamilton, on the other hand, even he had a bad race. And that's why, looking at the way how things are, even Hamilton slid down. Hulkenberg managed to do pretty well, Nico Hulkenberg. So that is why, looking at the table and looking at how the race finished at this point, this is how it is. Oscar Piastri finished in first, Lando Norris ended up in second position, Charles Leclerc in third, George Russell in fourth, Nico Hulkenberg in fifth, Lewis Hamilton in fifth, sixth. Then you had Verstappen now, who's gone to 10th position, and you look at the top nine, everybody were on soft tires. Max Verstappen was on the hard tires, and that cost him towards the fag end because he was actually struggling for speed in a big way. So that is how we are looking at the current situation when you look at the Formula One calendar. Or if you look at McLaren, total dominance in this entire season, and because of that, the schedule now you will next see when after the end of the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm just checking what is the. You've already seen Emilia Romagna happen. You've seen Monaco happen. Now you're going to have a slight break of about a week or so before the race resumes in Canada. So Canada, you're going to see at the Circuit Gilles de Villeneuve, you'll see one race, followed by in the next week, you'll see in Austria. The season returns to England, and then Great Britain, Belgium, Hungary, and you will have in the Netherlands, because you'll then have a 4-week break then after that. So yes, heading into the mid-season, McLaren are really looking solid. They look like doing the sweep, the constructors as well as the driver's title as well. For Max Verstappen, it seems to be a long journey. Maybe that fifth consecutive title may not happen. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.